100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 28, Ginza Kitafuku. Dinner is at a restaurant that was really hard to get into because they only have 4 rooms and 4 seatings per lunch and 4 seatings per dinner, I think, because they only have 4 rooms. They can only have about 4 parties per seating, and they don't have any seatings every day. So I was really lucky to be able to secure a spot for an entire giant king crab. So I came across this place in the heart of Ginza. From what I read, like I said, there's 4 mini dining areas, and a chef will come and prepare an entire king crab for you and turn that one king crab into many different courses. An appetizer has just arrived. Itadakimasu. Appetizer looks like ikura on top. I think a fish cake, some shrimp, mushrooms, shredded eggs over rice. Popping ikura with some crispy lotus roots, greens, and super sweet, snappy shrimp. So far, so good. Round 2, fried fish and asparagus tempura. Ooh. Wow. This is so delicate. Lightly fried, beautiful, mild, flaky meat. Splash of lemon juice. Oh. Asparagus tempura. Wow. Probably like this. This is the king crab we're about to devour tonight. 2 kilograms, so close to 5 pounds. So we're gonna eat this sashimi style. It's gonna be grilled too. It's gonna be quite exciting. First crab dish, crab sashimi. And the crab meat is just draped over straw tent looking thing. I think it's just really just kind of get the excess water out of the crab meat. And the chef said just to eat it like this, dip it in the soy sauce. I never had crab sashimi before. Wow, that's tender. Oh. Oh, okay. The sashimi crab, like I said, I've never had it before. That's the crab at its absolute sweetest and most tender. And this is the shabu crab. So part of the crab is cooked to rare. And the chef says just to eat this on its own, with no soy sauce or salt. Same amount of sweetness and a slightly firmer texture. That's almost like eating 2 completely different crabs. The chef's gonna take these 3 crab legs and put it back into the shabu and cook it to medium rare. And what's amazing is he's cooking a lot of this just by hand, holding the hand over the boiling shabu. And now the crab meat is cooked to a perfect medium rare. The texture is unreal. It's like I never had king crab before today. And the rest of the legs is removed, and then the meat is lifted off the shell a little bit and placed back onto the grill. And now it's sitting in my plate. Perfectly grilled king crab. A little bit of citrus, orange juice to put on the crab. Everything gotta happen in the last 10 minutes. He is lightning speed in preparing the king crab because there's a finite amount of time before the meat changes a bit. So to get the sweetest, most tender, the best out of the king crab, you gotta eat everything right away. Wow. I've had king crab plenty of times in my life. This is like having it again for the first time. You taste that awesome smoke from the barbecue. I've had king crab in shabu before. I've had king crab off the grill before. It's never been this naturally sweet. It's never been this naturally tender. This might just be the ultimate king crab experience. You don't want to leave a single piece of meat in these shells. Also, while I was eating this, the head and the body of the crab was taken into the kitchen and is being boiled. And now it's back at the table. This is the heart of the king crab. And there's some ginger and vinegar sauce to dip it in. Wow. Very meaty. That's definitely not what I expected. Good amount of umami flavor. And this is the front of the crab right here. The texture is definitely different than the leg part. It's still soft, a bit more of the chew than the legs. There's so much umami. This may not be the sweetest part of the crab or the most tender part of the crab. It's definitely the most tasty part of the crab. The meat right inside the body and all that guts and innards just has so much flavor. It's pretty much the essence of the crab. A lot of that stuff are parts that usually restaurants will just throw away. That's the best part. And then what Chef did was pretty much take out all the joints of the crab and scrape out all the meats from the joints. Look at this. This is all joint meat right here. There's a lot of meat in the joints. Holy moly. Whoa. Switching from crab innards back to the meats from the joints and legs, and again, surprised me by how sweet this is. The natural sweetness of the crab will shock you. It's so amazing. So the next course is rice with some beef, and the meat is from the claw of the crab. Literally every single edible part of the crab is being eaten right now. tempura is laid on top of the freshly made pot of rice. On top of that delicious rice, you get all that great popping little bursting balls of umami. I want to change the flavor up a little bit. Add some beef in here. Add some crab, little dry fishies, pickled vegetable. Amazing. With some delicious miso soup. The only intimidating thing about eating the crab legs, and I was very much intimidated. I mean, those claws are still moving. Like when you picked up those claws, I was staring at the claws and they were just kind of like waving at me. I don't think I've ever eaten something that was still moving. I mean, it's delicious, but a little trippy. Again, this is unlike anything I've ever had before. And if you love king crab and you want a truly authentic Japanese culinary experience, this is a fantastic place. And that wraps up another amazing food day here in Japan. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.
A few minutes later.
Also dessert. Amazing. Some kind of pudding with little whole oranges, including the peel inside. If you never had orange peel, I used to sometimes just eat orange peel until my mouth can't handle it anymore. It's just so fragrant. And the milk pudding here, it's just tremendously creamy. Such a great compliment for each other. And also a monaka, a cookie with mochi inside. Now this feels complete.